My name is Amos Katskpor, and I'm the lead focal person for the Social Entrepreneurs Network. Well, SENA is a young people-led organization that seeks to empower young people through mentorship, coaching, and sensitization programs. Our vision is to invest in the future of young people through education, entrepreneurial activities, and then creative arts. Education, because it is a critical part of development. Development needs to be holistic. Development is not just infrastructure. It's also about human resource. So if you have an educated country, that means you have the right experts or the right people to run the country. Therefore, education becomes the bedrock of development. They need to give back to society. As a young person growing up, I've realized that we've every time are dependent on government for everything that we actually need. But then it's about time young people decide to take up initiatives and then do things for themselves. Center has one major project, which is the Basic School Development Project. But aside, I have other initiatives that we've actually partnered other organizations to run. One of such is the National Blood Donation Drive that we're actually in talks with other organizations to come on board. Basic School Development Project is basically about helping bridge the gap between urban and rural education. What has happened over the years is there's this huge deficit between urban and rural education, where we have people or pupils or children who find themselves in urban schools actually excelling and making it and continue their education. Whereas kids who find themselves in rural areas or schools in rural communities actually at some point drop out of school. We've also come to realize that it is not just problems pertaining to academics, but also the fact that people or young children who find themselves in rural communities do not have the drive or the push to actually continue their education, which is they don't have people to look up to and they don't get the inspiration that is actually going to drive them to move on. As an organization so far, the Basic School Development Project has been one of our major activities that we've run over the last 5 years. Okay, so our first community that we entered had very few people or nobody entering senior high school or going forward to university or entering into tertiary. But then after our project, 2 years after our project, we have our first class students or our core group of students. We have majority of them in tertiary, either in the polytechnic or in the university. So that's one of the achievements. Secondly, we've gone on aside the project to organize health screening for the community we find ourselves in. We've also done talk on adolescent sexual reproductive health and teenage pregnancy. We've also done talk on family planning for the community to get some form of education and sensitization on these issues. Also in 2013, when we came to Accra to do that project, we have one of our students actually getting a good grade, a grade 12, to enter a senior high school of his choice, which is something that has been unprecedented ever since the school came into existence. Because over the years, Akososhi MA School had been placed last in the annual BEC, and then the projects changed all this. There are two prominent challenges that we are facing. First of all, people to understand the concept of volunteerism and buying into the idea that we have, and also the issue with funding. The issue with people buying into the idea is that a lot of people don't understand the concept of volunteering, which is something that we think is new or is becoming new in Ghana. This is because people have over the years applied to be part of the project, but at one point drop out when they find out that there's no remuneration in monetary terms for them. So they get to opt out at the last minute. And also with the issue of funding. Funding because we have over the years funded this whole activity from our pocket as an organization, or as just myself and then my co-founder or my other lead focal person who is in the person of Felix Aryee, who have actually put in resources to get the projects running. As a result, it has become difficult at one point to continue because we started basically as students and then we just started. So that has become an issue. The External funds that we get are just from friends and then family. Well, you can send us a message on any of our social media platforms, either on Facebook at Social Entrepreneurs Network, or on Twitter at SendAfric, or via email sendafricagh at gmail.com, or you can call the following numbers in 0262 or 054 and then somebody will get back to you right away. So, like we always say at Sena, be the change that you want to see, and also a great education can never be changed. And also, if you donate to Sena's course, you're able to get a free T-shirt like the one I'm wearing, and some other goodies as well. So join the course. Let's make Ghana a better place, and let's all bridge the gap in education.